If you ever had a second chance, you better be thankful. If you ever had a second time around,
man, I've been through it, I lost out and I'm faced with defines wrong. Feel no hope, bad thoughts choosing to die, go home. When I was sitting up on that Greyhound, my mind went through these zones like you got none. Lost everything, is no good, feeling alone. Ay, pockets had no dollars, life didn't make sense. How did I end up back where I started, what did I miss? I went from condos to Pop's house, on calls, now bus routes. And the one person who had the key to my heart took it and checked.
What's up? It's your boy, Paul P. I serve God. I'm not God. This is just my opinion. And welcome to another episode of Nothing to Something. Man, I got a really big one for you guys today. But before we get into it, if you are checking in right now, make sure you like the video and subscribe if you're not a subscriber yet. And while you're watching this amazing interview, if you want to sing a little something, go to the super chat, hit it, and make sure you support the stream. You know what I'm saying? Now, let's get into it. Today, I have an amazing interview for you guys. I am sitting here with a champion. This amazing man have won 44 professional fights, 30 by knockout, and have earned 6, not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, but 6 world titles. He is also an undisputed world welterweight champion. This man have gotten the ring with the best of them. Guys like Joe Cotto, Spinks, Danny Garcia, Floyd Mayweather, and many, many more. He is known by the world as a great, but an inspiration like no other in the hood. Man, we grew up loving this man. I know he was well loved in the hood I come from. The one and only ZAB Judah. What's up, my boy? How you doing, man?
What's up, my guy?
Man, my guy. So how you doing today, man?
I'm good, man. Appreciate the intro.
Man, it's all good. It's all good. It's all
ill.
good. Yeah, man. I mean, you the man. You know what I'm saying? You put in the work. You deserve it. You earned that. You know what I'm saying? So here on the Nothing to Something podcast, we like to get your story from the beginning of your life to now, right? So let's start from here. Where did you come from, and how was your childhood growing up?
I was born and raised in Brooklyn, New York, Brownsville. My upbringing, I came up in a poverty-stricken environment. Welfare kid, free lunch, normal hood stuff, and fights in the hood. And my father was a fighter. My father was a 3-time kickboxing world champion. He wasn't a professional boxer. He was a kickboxer. And he was a world champion. He took kickboxing to the height of his plateau. This is before MMA and all that. They didn't have none of that back then.
Yeah.
Pops would have signed up. And so he said he took it to the height. Unfortunately, he found out, it wasn't really no big money in it. So he said, if I'm gonna put my boys in something, because I'm 10 of us, 11 of us. He said, if I'm gonna put my boys in anything, it's got to be something that's gonna benefit them. So he put us in the sport of boxing.
So basically, so what age did you start boxing?
I started boxing at the age of 6 years old.
Okay, so you started boxing real young.
Yeah.
So when it comes down to it, so I also heard you got a lot of brothers and sisters. Like,
Yeah.
How many brothers and sisters you have?
I have 11 brothers. 10 brothers and 4 sisters.
Wow,
Big
big
family.
Big family, man.
Yeah.
So is that how you kind of got into boxing, with some of your other brothers boxing as well?
Yeah, we all started about the same time. Yeah,
Okay.
the same. Like the older ones, we all started at the same time, about 5, 6 years old. Yeah.
Okay, so that's where you kind of learned, technique and everything,
Yeah.
growing up.
Yeah.
Dope.
I started at 5. By the age of 6, I had my first fight.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow,
So from
man.
6 years old to 41 years old, that's my duration of my fighting career.
Yeah, wow.
I've never done anything else in between. Well, fight.
Wow.
From 6 to 41.
That's amazing. So let's start in elementary school, man. When you were in elementary school, and you had the ability to box. You know, how was it like in elementary school having that ability in you know your childhood when you was in elementary?
Elementary was fun. You know what I'm saying? I guess when you're young and you start out boxing, you don't look at it as violence or nothing like that. You know what I mean? You look at it as, okay, I learned this new move in the gym yesterday. Maybe this guy with a big mouth will be trying it out. Yeah. So you know what I mean? So yeah, so you know, you might get a kid in the lunchroom with a big mouth and he's sitting around, yeah, man, I'll do this and do that. And you sitting there looking at him like, he don't know what I know. You know what I mean? You know, you take it a little further, you get a little closer, and then you let it fly.
So would you say you was kind of like the type that you kind of chilled back, but when you was in elementary, if somebody started something with you, was ready?
Oh no, yeah, I was always a little guy. Okay. So I was always like, out of all my brothers, I'm the littlest.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm the smallest of everybody, and I don't know, I was always a little guy, so I was never no troublemaker. I never, you know, I was too little for that. Yeah. But if something came my way, yeah, I no backing down. Yeah. I had no reverse button.
Man. That's what's up.
Put it that way.
Yeah. So at the same time in elementary, you know, how was the home life while you was in school as well? It was like
yeah, home life was good. Home was good. You know, I grew up with my mother. You know, I would see my dad. My mom and pops wasn't together, so I would see pops on the weekends and stuff like that, or weekdays. He would come get me for the gym, depending on if it's tournament in time. You know what I'm saying? And but yeah, we had a pretty cool, close family. And then we separated. We went to North Carolina with moms, and I ain't seen my pops for about 3-4 years. And then next thing I know, I got in some trouble down in North Carolina, and I was booted out of there. And next thing I know, I was back in Brooklyn.
Okay. So you was in North Carolina for a little while with your family.
Yeah, okay. I was with my mother. Yeah. We was down there for maybe about a good 3 years.
Okay.
It seemed like a long time. Like, if you go out there and you hear the stories, it seemed like I was down there from like, born and raised, but O'Kenny and them made a big impact in a short period of time.
Got you. So was it like a huge like shock to you when you went back to Brooklyn from North Carolina?
Culture shock.
Okay.
Culture shock, because when I left Brooklyn, we left Brooklyn to go to North Carolina. That was the culture shock. Yeah.
So back to that. So it was just a really huge culture shock going from North Carolina to Brooklyn. And was you?
No. So the culture shock was, we was in New York first.
Okay.
And we went from New York to North Carolina. That was the culture shock, like going from the big city to the country. Yeah. It was like, you know, it's different. We got rats and roaches and all that. You know, in the South, they got snakes and possums and it's like, you like chickens. You're like, what the hell? You like, I ain't gonna front. You want to see something funny? Yeah. Take a city person and put them in the country and show them some chickens. White brother, you that's gonna be the funniest thing ever.
Yeah. I'm definitely not. I was in Arizona for a little bit, and that was enough for me. I'm a straight city, you know.
Yeah, you ain't like that, right? Like,
nah.
It's a whole culture shock. So then when I went down there for the 3 years and got accustomed to that, and I got in trouble, a fight in school, and you know, it was either penitentiary or get up out of the state or get up out of here. And, you know, at that time, I was 15 years old. And my mother was like, I got to send it to his father.
Well, we're going to definitely get to that. So when you went back to Brooklyn, you was in elementary, or was you in junior high yet when you went back there from North Carolina?
I was still in junior high school.
Okay, so you was in junior high. So let's say 6 to 8. How was life like at that time, you know, between those grades right there?
It was good. It was fun. You know, just kid stuff. You know, just going to school, trying to be the best kid you could be. Just try to get by, pass the grades. You know what I'm saying? I was really focused on my fighting. And so you know, a lot of what really kept me in you know, on the right course was that my dad didn't play with that. My dad said, "You mess up in school, but you can't box." Now at this time, you gotta remember, well, we ain't get there.
So at this time, you was training. You was in junior high 6 through 8, and you was training pretty hard.
training. Right?
Okay. So now you're getting a little bit older. Now you're around 15, 16 years old, and you're in high school.
Mm-hmm.
So you with the bigger kids as well.
Mm-hmm.
So how was that? Did people know you as a boxer?
Yeah, I was.
So they knew you.
So it was like the boxing really took off for me when I got to New York.
Okay.
So when I was in North Carolina, there was no boxing on. It was just training.
Okay.
You know, training and a couple sparring sessions, things like that. But not really no heavy. That was like a little hiatus.
Yeah.
And that's what so the reason, you gotta understand, the reason for me getting kicked out of North Carolina was because of my missing boxing.
Got you.
And I was somewhere where I wasn't able to be the best ZAB Judah that ZAB Judah could be.
Yeah.
So I found other means. I started to substitute people for heavy bags and punching bags and sparring partners and things like that. So, that thing goes on. I had to get up out of it.
Yeah. So you was a 9th, 10th grader putting hands on the 11th and 12th. They didn't want to see you. Was it like that, like when you was in high school, or it wasn't really like, fights going on at that time?
A lot, bro. Yeah. Like that.
It was like that.
I don't want to sound like it was like that, bro.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like that I messed with anybody. It was more the yo, you see him, he boxing. Or he nice. How some kids look. What? Who, him? Yeah, look, man, I beat the brakes off of him. Yeah. That kind of talk. I mean, you hear that, you like, what you said? I mean, I was always little, but I was always from day one, zero tolerance. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I never really played with with the language, like what? Yeah. I got brothers, I grew up with boys, so I was always used to fighting big dudes. Yeah. Like all my brothers are bigger than me, you know what I mean? So I'm like, if I ain't play with them, you think I'm gonna play with you? No way. So yeah. One thing always led to the next, and I was always little, but I was fast and I could hit hard. So
did you have one of those scenarios ever in high school where you got tested, and after that, that was it? But,
yeah.
Okay.
Well, I can't think in school. I don't really think in school. I think my biggest test came outside. Okay. Outside the school. Like and it took for like some key player people to see what was going on. Yeah. And it was like, wrong guy. Yeah. Don't do that. Yeah. We seen him. I just see him wash some dude. Like he was like serious, like, Yeah. I got in a bad fight down in the train station. Yeah. And a couple of the homies seen it, and they was like, oh no, he fight. He ready. No, he fight. Yeah. like no, he fight. Like, gosh. So it was different. Yeah. So, and I think maybe like one more time that happened, one more maybe like, cause I only really got like the one fight in the train station, and then I got to another fight in the back. That was it. Okay. They seen that. They was like, oh my God. And then you got to remember. So I was on television. I was on Golden Gloves in New York City. So they were showing my fights on television, so people could watch me. You know what I mean? My peers now are watching me. They're watching me fight.
And this was in your teen years.
This was in the 9th grade. Yeah. 9th grade. Yeah, I'm coming to school. Like 9th grade was cool. Mm-hmm. 10th, it was kind of quiet. Like I was breaking into ZAB Judah. I won a Golden Gloves, so that was like 10th grade. 10th grade, it got crazy. Yeah, it got crazy. Like it was cool. Yeah.
So in high school, so did you finish high school, or you just said so you finished high school?
High school, yeah.
Okay, so now you're done with high school and everything like that. What were the next steps when it came to not just boxing but your life period?
So, I turned professional at 18 years old. So I graduated at 17 years old. And as soon as I graduated the next year, I turned professional. Okay. So I didn't even have no time more. I mean, I was still fighting. There was tournaments going on. I was still getting it in halfway through there. And as soon as I was done with school, we turned professional and made it happen.
Got you.
So I turned professional at 18 years old. 21 years old, I was champion.
So at this time, after you graduated and you was really getting into boxing, really seriously, did you like feel the pressure on you to make it, like from family and everybody around you? Did you feel the pressure? I mean, you was already boxing Golden Gloves, but did you feel the pressure of like, I gotta do this for my family. I got like, this is what it is, and I gotta make it like to another level.
Well, I felt that pressure when I was like 5, 6, growing up in Brownsville, in the hood, in the projects. Yeah. Seeing that environment, seeing that location, seeing that situation, that whole scenario, that was different. I tell people all the time, I mean, it's probably everywhere in the world, but that New York City, Brooklyn project, Brownsville life, oh man, crazy. I'm a 70s baby. I grew up in the 70s, 70s and 80s, so I survived the 80s and all that. Yeah. You know what I mean? Early 90s, it was bad. Wow. I seen crackhead. Word. It ain't left yet.
Man. That's no joke. Word up. I mean, what's like an experience at that time of your life that you feel like that you went through and you was like, I gotta get out of here. I gotta get my family out of here. What is like one of those scenarios at that time when you was a teenager and you was breaking off into your career, but you went through this situation. You was like, I got to get out of here. I can't go through this, and I want to get my family out of this.
Well, we already had got out of that already. We had, once we moved to North Carolina, we was out of that. My mom stayed down there, but I went back to New York with my father. My father was a fighter, so he had bread. He wasn't, he had, matter of fact, my father still owned his same home that he had from back then, from the 80s. He still got the same house right now. And so he always had money. He lived in the Flatbush area of New York City or Brooklyn. It's more it's nicer side, home on the home side, but it's not. Everything is like 2 blocks up around the corner. It's back in the hood again. You know what I mean? So it's like trouble was right there, but it was like I didn't want that. I seen that. I grew up in that. I knew all the players and the key players of outside. I knew all of them, and I seen what they was doing. They was the nickel slick, the slick conversation. They just stand in the corner all day with a 40 in there. I don't want that. I didn't like beer. I didn't like smoking. I didn't like cigarettes. I didn't like none of that. So I was like, nah, that's not for me. So fighting. That was it. Like beating people up, knocking people out. Like that was like once I like you gotta remember I started training at 5. At 5, so like 6, 7. I got a notion for that. Then I picked it back up again at 15, 16. It started getting good. By 17 years old, I was a monster. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you. My amateur record was 115 wins and 5 losses. 115 wins and 5. Bro, a monster. I was like it was a passion for me to just beat people up. I mean, like I didn't look at it as violence or anything like that. I look at it as a sport. I look at it as this is my way out. This is how I get to the next level. This is how I excel. This is my way out. You beat him, you excel to the next level. And that's what my career pretty much extended on.
Yeah. I mean, as we could see, you was definitely putting in work early, as you said you was in Golden Gloves, you put in work with that, you was boxing since you was 6 and everything like that. But at 22 years old in 1999, you became a professional. You won the IBF belt, right?
Mm-hmm. I was pro already,
against Wilfred
Wilfred.
Yeah, and then after that, you was challenged.
No, I wasn't 22 by then. No, I was.
You was young.
I was still like 20 years old.
20 years old.
Yeah.
Man, you was putting in work. Yeah. So you became a champion at 20.
21.
21.
21, I was champion.
Okay. And you had your IBF belt 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You was just taking them out. Mm-hmm. At this time, you are on top of the world. I mean, how do you feel? How do you and your family feel? I mean, we all know because we all saw you in the music videos and we saw you everywhere. How did you feel in that moment? Take us through that.
For me, it was surreal. It didn't feel like anything. It felt like I don't know. It just felt like comfortable. Like this was supposed to happen. I felt natural. I felt like this was who I was supposed to be. Like I started feeling I was blossoming out to be who I was set out to be. If that makes sense to you. At a young age, I kind of discovered that. I was like, wow, this is what I'm supposed to be. I'm supposed to be that good. Not knowing what that is, you know, just knowing I'm supposed to be that good. Yeah, I don't know what that is, but I gotta try to be the best ZAB Judah I can be. I know through the sport of boxing, it's how I gotta do. Yeah, that's what I did know.
Okay. A lot of people will never get to experience what you experienced, like going from living in the projects in Brownsville to being a champ of the world and everybody in the world knowing who you are. I know you had to experience after making it some situations and things. You was out there, like I said, you was on all the videos. You knew everybody knew you. What would you say is like one of the craziest like experiences you had after making it? Like, you know, it could be a situation, you know, with somebody, you know, you met or whatever. Do you have just like an experience that just kind of even blew your mind? Like, dang, this is happening right now.
A lot. I mean, what, boxing?
Anything, just something like even like hanging out with somebody who you never thought you was gonna be hanging out with, and you know, whatever, just something that you just never expected to happen. You was like, dang, I made it. I'm here.
Well, at this time, I was, you know, from around with Fader in the Blown Time, I was fighting on Tyson cards.
Okay.
So I was traveling and going around with Mike, you know, Mike and stuff. I remember the first time they asked me to be the co-main event for Tyson. So now I'm just traveling with him, going to the fights, training, going to the fights, training, you know, hanging out with the team as a spectator. Yeah. Now they like, hey, you gonna be the opener. The what? I'm like, the who? That? Do you know what that is? That's for real. Like that's Batman. Mike is Mike. The biggest.
Yeah.
The biggest. You know what I'm saying? And then to be right under that, brother, that's just phenomenal.
Man, I mean, you can't beat that. You know, Mike Tyson and this. Come on, he was. I mean, you right there though too. So we ain't taking that. You right
big
there,
bro.
But you know, big bro.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, and we also, you know, you and Mike Tyson have a pretty good relationship.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean,
it's my big bro.
Yeah.
When I say it, I mean it.
Yeah. I mean, you got any crazy, you know, Mike Tyson stories? Just you hanging out with him and, you know, anything, you know, when it comes to Mike Tyson?
You know how it go, man. That's your brother, man. You know, I guess the stories we got, you know, people, I don't know, they probably wouldn't understand, you know what I'm saying? Nah, but Mike is down to earth, bro. Man, cool.
Yeah.
Big bro.
Yeah. I mean, definitely, you could tell. I mean, Mike Tyson, you know, definitely a down to earth guy, you know what I'm saying, and everything like that. So that's what's up. That's what's
zero
up,
tolerance stuff.
Yeah, got you.
He's zero tolerance.
Not having it, huh? Yeah. Now, I heard that you have a Michael Jackson story. I mean, I don't know if this is when you was, you know, on top of, you had a really good relationship with him or something, but you know, you got a Michael Jackson story.
I forgot. Yeah, I forgot. You know what? I forgot what story you know. I forgot.
I know it's something to do with bowling or something.
Bowling, yeah, I'm with the icing about that. But I remember when I seen Mike. Okay, seen Mike a couple times. Very interesting guy, man. Very cool, very down to earth, people person. To me, he was, you know what I'm saying? He's not cool. Well, I can't say people first because he was in the shelter. You know what I mean? He like always secluded and stuff like that. But to me, he was cool. He's not cool. Yeah. Shout out to my brother Rodney Jerkins. Yeah. Big homie.
That's what's up. Big time producer. Yeah. So at this time, you're on top of the world and everything like that. You go into a fight with Russian boxer Kostya Tszyu, which was a controversial loss for you. What would you say went wrong in that fight?
What did you say? I mean, now sitting here now, that fight happened. That was more than 20 years ago. You know what I'm saying? And to sit here now to say, all we were wrong, I think that I probably could be honest now. You know what I'm saying? What we're wrong, I was young. I was young. I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? Immaturity. People gotta understand. You know, my life, my situation. I was boy wonder. I was 115 wins, 5 losses as an amateur. I'm undefeated, 27-0, 27 fights, undefeated, never lost, never even lost a round up until this point. Nothing, you know what I'm saying? So for them to, for him to hit me, boom, okay, it was a good shot. I went down, I was up. And for him to wave it off and the referee say it was over, like I just seen like my life flash before my eyes, and I just went, "What?" He said it's over. I was like, "No, like there's no way." And I just, I reacted like, like my age. I was young, and I reacted like that.
Yeah. I'm good. Yeah. After that fight, how did you kind of like deal with it? Did you get right back in the the gym and work, or did it hit you really hard, like to have your first loss?
Immature, young, because I kind of found myself, like I came from New York City. New York fans are probably some of the hardest fans in the world to deal with. You know what I'm saying? And so after the fight, and the way the fight happened, I got knocked down. I remember I got up, I fell back down. They had the funny story about the Harlem Shake dance and all that. So I did all that. So at this time, I'm young, I'm rich, I'm immature, I'm Brooklyn. So now I'm outside, and the first person I hear that bring up the funny Harlem Shake dance, anything like that, we go in their mouth. You know what I'm saying? Now I find myself getting in trouble. I'm trying to pay lawsuits. I'm calling people into the lawyer's office, under the table, like, you know what I mean? Like it's just a lot of things that went on with the first loss. I mean, but you gotta understand, I was young, man. I was a product of my environment. I didn't really understand. It was remember this, when I came into this game, it was never no class to tell me this is how you sit, this is how you walk, this is how you talk, this is how you do this, there was none of that. It was come out the hood, go to the gym, you learn some stuff, you go in there, you do it, you win. Oh wow, he won. He goes to the next level. It's never no class, never no schooling, never no sit downs. You know what I'm saying? And this is always something I always said that I wanted to do. I said that, I would try to implement. But then again, it's tweaking that you have to do it, because you can't sit down with a man like if you go out here right now and bust your ass and work for the next 4 years to become champion of the world, you become champion of the world. And now I pop up, I'm ZAB Judah, 6-time champion of the world. I'm saying, hey, brother, don't spend your money like this, do that, put your shit over here. And you looking at me like, what's this dude? I don't want to hear that. So this is real deal. No matter who they are, no matter what they went through, everybody look at their situation as, oh, no, that's not me.
Yeah.
Oh, no. That's what he went through. Oh, no, that's not me.
Yeah.
I got something different I'm doing with me. With mine, everybody thinks that what they're doing is the biggest and the best. But but to say what I'm saying is there is no schooling, or there is no sit down programs or nothing for these young guys. And they're making a lot of money, bro. Because today the guys, from my day till now, these they getting paid retarded. You know what I'm saying? And they coming right out making millions. There's still no schooling. So unless you got somebody around you that's with the knowledge and can coach you and guide you and teach you, kind of hard on it.
Yeah. I mean, you've been through a situation like that, so and you're still here. So no matter what you've been through, you got through it.
Right.
You have a lot of young men out there who go through a situation like that and never get back up. Some that may even put them in a worse position or place than that. How would you tell a lot of young men out there to handle the situation that they have never faced before, that they don't know how to deal with?
Just like fighters? Well, let me tell, I'm gonna break it down two ways. Just what I know. For fighters, people that fought before, just like getting knocked down. You've been in the gym, you got knocked down, or if you've been in the gym and you got tired and you had to push Remember how that second wind, how you had to dig deep and pull it out from the inside of your gut? That's how you gotta do it. No matter what happens in life, you gotta keep going. No matter what happens in life, we keep going, whether we want to do it or not. Because let's just say you get beat up tonight. You go home, you ice, you heal your wounds up and you go to sleep and you get up the next day and you start all over, you do it again. So you did, you know what I'm saying, get through it. So you got to get through it and you got to keep pushing. But you got to be able to have the tough skin to be like, you know what, no matter what I went through, I'm not going to let that hinder me or hold me down or take me down any lower than where I'm at right now. And for me, my whole struggle, I came from Brownsville, Brooklyn, from the bottom, bro. Free lunch roll for all that. I felt like there was no lower. I was at the bottom, bro. I was at the bottom. So everything that I'm doing now at this time of my life was extra, a plus for me. It was a plus. Everything, bro. Every tournament I went on, every bag they gave me, every socks, anything that somebody gave me or anything, it was a blessing. Because it was a notch up from where I was at. They didn't know that. We made it look good. We ain't coming in looking like that. We looked good. We played the part because we could fight. So we fought so good that they forgot about these little poor ass, little dirty little kids in the hood. you know what I'm saying? They forgot about that. They like, nah, that's the champ. He's nice. What do you need? Sneakers? Go get us some sneakers. What do you need? T-shirt? Go get us some shirt. For real, bro. It's like that. So now, as you go in, you start to go, wow. So your void of your hunger, of your poorness, of your poverty, they fulfilling it now. You need a shirt, you get it. You need a shirt, bag, what do you need? They fulfilling that void. So now you're able to chest up now, confidence up now. You're able to walk straight. And, I got a haircut. I come outside, take my hair. I can take my hoodie off now. You know what I'm saying? You know how it is. You ain't got no cut. You got a hood on. It can be hot as a mud. You sweating. You still got a hood on. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how it is. You know what I'm saying? Hood stuff. You got to learn the camouflage and get through it in life. You know what I'm saying? So, it is, man.
Hey, that's why, us who come from that place, you was the man, the champ to us, man. So, I mean, one thing I can say about you, Zab, is like you one of those figures that will always be loved, especially in the hood and the communities that we come from, right? Because of how real you are, stuff like that, man. So yeah, man, I get everything you're saying. So after that fight, 2 years later, you got, back on top, but there were a lot of ups and downs, but you won the WBO championship title, defeating DeMarcus Corley. But after 2 fights, you lost to Spinks. Then 1 year later, you beat Spinks, winning the WBC, the WBA, and IBL welterweight titles. But it then followed with a stream of losses afterwards. One of the losses was to Floyd Mayweather. Most people thought you were going to win that fight, and we're going for you. Right. I never forget at that time. At that time, my grandfather, he loved boxing. This is what kind of like got me into boxing, and then knowing who you were. He loved boxing. My grandfather used to have us sit at the, TV with him and watch him. I never forget that fight. He kept, that's that guy, that young man right there. He taking this one. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So when it came to that fight, everybody wanted you to take it. What would you say if you want to say something went wrong, or what would you say happened in that fight?
Nah, I wouldn't say anything went wrong. I mean, the fight went how it went. You know what I mean? Everybody got their opinion. I'm gonna leave it at that. Everybody got their opinions. You know what I'm saying? I mean, a lot of people felt that I won the fight. A lot of people felt that I dropped him. A lot of people thought that, he won the fight. He came back. He dominated. I mean, it's all kind of the ups and downs about the story. You know what I'm saying? But one thing I can say, it was great for the sport. It's going on 20 years and people still talking about it. That's dope.
Yeah, really, really dope.
It's kind of good to have content. And 20 years later, it's still talked about.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? That's kind of dope.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Do you and Floyd got a pretty close relationship now in life? Like,
well, no, I wouldn't say pretty close. I mean, we men. At the end of the day, he's a grown man that's living his life. You know, he created a great situation for himself. You know, became a guy to be able to go on and create astronomical numbers and things like that. You know what I'm saying, with the finance. So you know, he did great for himself. I mean, myself, I'm doing great too. You know what I'm saying? We opening up gyms. We helping people out in the world. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm happy. I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? My children are happy. My wife is happy. My mother's happy. I mean, we just doing a great job. That's it. And having a great time enjoying life.
Yeah. You see everybody coming back, you know, for little exhibition fights and stuff like that. If the numbers were right, would you ever do an exhibition fight with Floyd?
Why not? What you mean? But I was trying to get a rematch back in 06.
What? Okay.
What you mean? You know that. We
Yeah.
can get a cracker out the gate.
Yeah. That's dope.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. Hey, it was said first here. Set that up. ZAB Judah versus Floyd. Let's get that exhibition set.
We heard it.
So at this time, after you know the fight with Floyd Mayweather, you know, you experienced you know a couple of losses and things like this. I mean, things like that. Were you going through struggles personally in your life that led to those losses, or would you just say those fighters were the better fighters at that time?
No. It's no excuse for any loss that goes on, whether it be you just came out of a fire and jumped into the ring. The moment you step into that ring, you take on responsibility. So I would never say anything that happened to me outside or what I was going through was a hinderer to what happened to me in the ring. You know what I'm saying? In the ring, some days you prepared, some days you're not. That's all I say. You know what I'm saying? But one thing about ZAB, prepared or not prepared, I fought with all my heart. Whether they call me last minute notice and I didn't have enough preparation time, I still showed up and I still gave it 100%. One thing about it. That's what I'm talking about. One thing about me, I don't do no crying. I mean, what happened in my career happened. You can't change nothing. You can't cry. I wouldn't even try to do none of that. What I will do is go, anybody that know what's up, you can pull up.
You hear that, man? No excuses. No excuses. It don't matter how many times you lose, get back up. No matter what. You know, and we all seen it live. You know, ZAB always got back up and handled his business, you know, no matter what. So never give up. Always get back up and keep fighting. As long as you live to see another day, you can always get up and keep fighting, you know. So that's what's up right there. So in 2013, after a loss to Paulie Malignaggi, right? You decided to retire at 36 years old. What would you say led you to retiring at that time?
No, it wasn't. I didn't retire from that fight.
Okay, it was after that fight?
Yeah, I retired 2019.
Okay, 2019. So did you take a leave of absence at that time for a little bit?
I couldn't. I probably did. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because like it said that I retired.
Well, yeah. Say you retired at that time, you know, but you know sometimes retired can be taking a leave of absence,
Right.
You know, right. And then getting back out there. So between that time of 2013 and then you fought again around 2018, right?
Mm-hmm.
Around this time, what would you say was going on in your life at this period?
A lot. A lot. I was doing a lot of different things. Finding myself, going through things, transitioning. A lot, man. Just trying to put the finger on where you want to go. Looking at where you're at. I know people probably like, what's he talking about? But this is what I was going through all at the same time. And I had to find myself in between that. It's crazy. Yeah.
So just really trying to find yourself basically outside of boxing.
Inside of boxing, bro.
Inside of boxing.
Finding yourself outside. You in it, but outside of it, trying to find it. You get it? It's crazy, bro. Like, it's you, but you outside looking at it, trying to find out, okay, what's the next move? Yo, it's kind of crazy. That's why when you see people out here that have a tremendous lifestyle, they go through a lot of stuff, and you see them like with entertainment stuff, and they've been through it for a long time, a lot of ups and downs, and they just crash one day. You can't get mad at them, bro. You can't. You gotta just bear with them, pray for them, hold their hand, and if you really truly say you love them, you love what they did, and they helped you, inspire you any which way, help them. Help them. Don't sit back and look at him and laugh at him. You know what I'm saying? Because he a sucker for doing that, but you more of a sucker for laughing at him. Yeah. You know what I mean? What kind of guy are you? You know what I mean? So that's like throwing gasoline on the fire. You don't do that
because you never know when you'll be in that position.
Never know. Yeah. And that's why, man, I have so many organizations and fun and celebrity championship boxing. Or call out some mandatory. Our platform is for the bottom guy. It ain't for the ZAB Judah, Floyd Mayweather, De La Hoya. It ain't for those guys. It's for guys that's from the bottom. You know what I mean? That's trying to come up and get off the ground and make it somewhere. So look for a platform that can take them to the next level. You know what I'm saying? I want to thank my partners, USA Amateur Boxing, for teaming up with me now. For me to go at organizing my league now. Now I can, guys go through the Amateur Boxing League platform and do with us and signing up. And now, we can, I'm looking the word, not authorize you. We can authenticate you. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? Make you the real deal going through the platform that we're creating right now. So I'm legalizing street fighting. How about that? Yeah. I'm taking the twist and I'm giving these guys a platform and a home and a real situation where they can go to and say, I'm a real street fighter and under the Celebrity Championship banner, I am the CCB champion of the world. Wow. And for it to mean something. Did you put that out yet? Yeah, legalizing street fighting? It's out already. I have a platform. I done been shows already. My next show is June 23rd here in LA, BET Weekend. Wow. My headliner is, oh my God. Watch when I drop this one. But keep it locked. CelebrityChampionshipBoxing.com. If you out there, go check it out. CelebrityBoxingChampionship.com. And we just opened up the first Celebrity Championship Boxing Gym in Woodland Hills, California. Actually, this Sunday is our grand opening. You know what I mean? Wow. So anybody that ain't doing nothing this Sunday, from 2 to 5, pull up in Woodland Hills. 4901 Topanga Canyon Boulevard. That's our address. Celebrity Championship Boxing Gym. It's the past, present, and the future fighter.
Dope. Hey, go check it out. Hey, say that plug again, Zab, so they know where to go check it out at.
4901 Topanga Canyon Boulevard.
Man, you gotta go
CCB,
check it out.
where you could be all you could be. Come sign up with us, baby. Let's go.
Go sign up. For real. So going back to where we was at, you came back in 2018 at 41 years old, which that's big time, man. You wasn't done yet. You came back at 41 years old, showing you could still overcome, all the things people said that you can't. What made you come back, and how did you feel after beating Luis Munguia, right, when you came back?
Lucas Matista,
yeah. How did you feel?
So actually, that's kind of a bad boy right there, right? So he is, what I tell everybody, he is the hardest punching fighter I've ever fought in my life. Round one come out, I ain't gonna take you the whole story, but just real quick. Round one come out, the bell ring, we come out, we stand there, we looking at each other, we throw a jab, I flips it. They hit me right here in the shoulder. It felt like a 300-pound man hit me in the chest. I said, hold up. I said, wait a minute. Maybe my mind just, messing with me or something like that. Start over. I move around again. We do the same exact punch. I do the same exact move. I get the same exact results. I'm like, oh my God. Now it's round one. Number one, what goes through my mind is he's not hitting me in my head. I cannot let him hit me in my face with that punch because he hit hard. I get on the best boxing ability you've seen that dude put on in that fight. But long story short, Lucas Matisse is one of the hardest punching fighters that I've ever fought in my life. I won the fight, but when they say donkey in the glove, that's him, brother. Donkey in the glove, no joke.
Man, after getting that win, how did you feel? Did you feel like, man, I don't know if I can do this anymore? I got the win. I'm excited. But, man, I don't know if I can. That was tough, after going through that with him. How did you feel?
Nah.
It was good.
Never that. I'm always up for the fight. You know what I'm saying? He's a tough fighter. I've weathered it. I pulled it through. I won the fight. You know what I'm saying? And we just kept it moving. Yeah. But just to say that he had different kind of power. And then after that, after I gave him his first defeat, watch his career. He went on to do knock guys out crazy. Knock guys out like something different. Yeah. You know what I mean? So,
and that's at 41 years old, man. People retiring, boxing 28, 29, 30, man. You came back and you did it, man. So that's big, really big, man. Let's switch it up a little bit, man. So something I wanted to ask because I saw this, and I'm a Christian, I'm a religious man, and things like that. And I seen growing up, you and your family were considered Black Hebrew Israelites. Right. Can you let us know a little bit about that? Like, was this something that was it serious practice in your family, or what was the meaning of Black Hebrew Israelites?
So Black Hebrew Israelite, we all are Black Hebrew Israelites. You know what I'm saying? Long story short, I won't go into it really deep, but I grew up a Black Hebrew Israelite through my mother and my father. I discovered Christianity from my grandmother. My grandmother, you know what I'm saying? She was in the South. She was a Baptist lady, you know what I'm saying? She was down there. When I went down there, I used to have braids in my head, you know what I'm saying? And, I remember my grandmother cut my hair. She said, I'm cutting the devil off you, boy. I ain't gonna lie, brother. She sat me there. I cut my hair. She cut my hair off. I got baptized with my grandmother. I went through things, but I went through some things in life personally by myself. And the things that my grandmother taught me from Christianity, it saved me. It helped me. And this would gave me the notion and just the whole thing that Jesus is real, brother. And from there, I said, I've always been, I've been a Christian from birth. You know what I'm saying? I was a Hebrew. It's kind of weird. I was born a Hebrew Israelite, but I've been a Christian from birth.
Yeah. And that's what I wanted to kind of get into after that. It said, you converted in 2005 to Christianity, which is what I represent as well. You know what I'm saying? So
I've been a Christian. I got baptized when I was 8 years old. So I got baptized during the time I'm telling you when I was in North Carolina. When I was down there, we moved down there with my grandmother. So my grandmother was a pastor. She had her own church from day one, from back from the 90s. So that's what people had rumors about. I converted in 2015. No, that's that's not true. I've been there. Yeah.
That's what's up, man. My grandfather was a pastor too. So you came up in the old school churches where it was shouting,
Yeah. So we had our own church, and I'm the oldest grandchild. So on my mother's side, my grandmother's. So I had to open up church, warm it up, cut the lights on. Wow. So church folks get up early, brother. Sunday school, 7:00? Yeah. So that means I had to open the building. I had to be there an hour in advance, 2 o'clock. Yeah. So it's difficult. But I learned so much.
Do you still have them roots? Like, do you still?
100%. I'm still a Christian, brother.
Amen to that.
I ain't going nowhere.
Yeah. That's what's up, man. I also see that you end up volunteering, working at a daycare facility for adults that have dementia and things like that, which is another thing. I like have a business dealing with hiring nurses and working in elderly care facilities and things like that. And also saw that you have the similarities by doing courses or teaching courses, the CNAs and everything like that. Can you learn more about that?
Yeah. So this happened to me a couple years ago in my life, 5 years ago, 5 years ago. I was living in Detroit, and I was living in Detroit, and I went back to take some classes for nursing. Well, you know, people don't know. I always wanted to be a doctor. Always wanted to be a doctor. Wow. When I got down to Detroit, I went down there from the circle that I was in and people that I was around. They was into the nursing fields and things like that. So I took some classes, some CNA classes, which qualified me to be in and around, you know, the doctor and nurse facilities. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I took the situation and I took it. I'm trying to find the right word. I took it because I didn't take it as a joke. I took it as a challenge. And then once the challenge came, I fell in love with it, bro. You don't understand. Like, these people are like the dopest people in the world to me, bro. They was the dopest people in the world to me. I mean, I still have families that, you know, that call me, like, dad asked about you, mom asked about you, and things like that, you know. And to say a person with dementia, for them to still say that they remember you, that's very, I mean, that you was an impact in their life at such a small time frame. You know what I mean? And, you know, I took it to the highest of the levels that I was supposed to do, and man, I had a ball doing it, man. I had a ball doing it. Yeah.
That's dope, man.
But I just got away from it. So when I got out of Detroit, you know, my roots for doing it was down there. So once I got out of the environment, I wasn't around it no more. I didn't really have the outlets or the doors to go back into the door. But I'm still certified, I know all my stuff. And I even went so far, I started teaching the classes. And I was in charge of teaching vitals. I could teach you how to teach vitals and take vitals. And I mean, basically, if we outside and something happened to one of us, we're going to be all right.
That's what's up.
We're going to be all right.
Yeah. That's dope, man. And I know how, you know, being in that field could become a big part of your life. You know, like when I was in college, I started, you know, working at adult daycare facilities, you know, in Arizona and things like that. And then working for companies where I would do marketing, you know, looking for, you know, placement for elderly people in homes and everything like that. Right. Then when I came back, you know, I got into starting my own staffing agency, you know, where we would contract with adult daycare facilities and, you know, facilities where people had dementia and things like that, you know, and it's a big part of my life. I love it, man. It's hard to get away from it after you do it for so long, you know, and then you're dealing with real human lives. So it's like, you know, it definitely becomes a party, you know, so I definitely see the passion in you, and I could tell, like, oh yeah, he in it for real. Oh, yeah. You know, that's dope.
Oh yeah, I wasn't joking, bro. Like you know, it's kind of a funny cliche in boxing. I was like 6-time champ of the world. To go from such a hard, brutal sport to say he's a nurse. You know how gentle and loving and caring you have to be a nurse. Like, everything is it's two different worlds. Like if you told somebody I was a 6-time champion of the world, I fought the biggest and the best fighters of my era. Now I'm a nurse, helping people and making them feel good. And, you know what I mean? Like, they're like, what? You did what? Yeah. I did it. I did it.
I mean, that's dope.
And I did it to show people, bro, and to show myself that anything is possible. Anything that any one of us wanted to do, we can obtain it, we can accomplish it. We just gotta put our mind to it. There's so much power that's up there. So much power up. You know, so much power that's up there, man. It's crazy.
And I think it really shows who you are deep down. You know, you're caring. You know, you got that type of a heart. It's not just like, oh, I'm just some fighter who, you know, love to just. But nah, I got a heart where, you know, I care for others and I want to help others and do for others. You know what I'm saying? So I think you bring that side out as well, you know?
There's another thing that I'm doing now. It's like, it would be selfish of me to obtain and get all this knowledge of 25 years of fighting and to just retire and move on and do something else. For all the skills I learned, I gotta give back. That's why we open these gyms up. You know what I'm saying? And that's why we're gonna create to push them and put them all over the country. You know what I'm saying? To give kids, like I came up, outlet and the opportunity in a way of something that they can do, somewhere they can go and maybe make a career out of this. You know what I'm saying? I mean, a lot of the things that's going on now is, you know, in the inner city neighborhoods, they don't got nothing to do. They got nowhere to go. They got no, that energy of having the boxing and wanting to fight and learn the skill, they too scared to do it because the next guy you challenge, you beat him up, he gonna shoot you. So now, when you get shot, and little Tyrone that really could box, he got the same skills, and now he getting the beef with another dude. He's gonna go get the gun because why? The last situation you had with the boxer and the guy with the gun won the story. Yeah. So he like, I'm gonna be the guy with the gun, not the boxer. Yeah. You know what I mean? So this, when you create these type of scenarios for these kids out here in the world, and that's what they got to look at, and that's what they got to idolize and be like. And that story I just told, you don't want to be the boxer. You want to be the shooter. The shooter was the one that won and excelled on and kept it moving. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So somehow, us as the older guys and the so-called big homies and all that, we gotta try to change the narrative, man, and give these kids something else to think about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta somehow.
Yeah. And I was gonna touch on that. Both of us coming from, that world, you come from Brownsville, New York, real, serious, poverty, driven area, could change by now, but yeah, that type of area. And I come from, Watts, California, same thing, poverty driven area. And in these areas, we see the culture now, especially when it comes to rap. We've seen a lot of different killings, Young Dolph, Nipsey, all of these, figures of people who, the world loved and people that we come from love. How do you feel about seeing that? People who worked so hard to get so far and help so many people just be taken out like that from people who come from the same neighborhoods that they come from.
My take on it is, it's deep, man. It's deep, man. Here you make it, and you look back at your neighborhood and you came from, and it's shaking up, and you like, damn, man, God gave me all this blessing like that. I'm gonna take a little bit of it and try to go back and help some of these people. In the process of me doing this, might kill you. What kind of message did I give to the next young guy that's coming up in that same situation? He gonna go, hell no, I'm not going back. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So I don't know, guys like myself, I'm from there. I love my people. I love where I come from. I get in there. I help. I'm on the front line. I'm outside. I done been through Watts. I've been through Compton. I've been through, a lot of these different programs out here. I was in Long Beach. In the trenches, talking to the homies. You know what I'm saying? We was on 18th Street, walking around outside, summertime. Just what's up? Everybody outside kicking it, pulling up with the belts. When people say, "But who that? What's up? And tell me the story. I'm from where you from. I had it like how you had it, but I seen something different. I had a different kind of talent. So I just didn't use it for negative. I went into a gym to find out how can I take this, what I like to do, and better it and take me to the next level. And that's what I had to do. So I go back with my story, and not that everybody's gonna be no boxer. No, it's not gonna be that. Everybody's not gonna be a boxer. I'm not coming to even try to tell you to be a boxer. What I'm coming to tell you is that I was once you, in your same shoes, in your same situation. But I found something that I love and I liked, and I sharpened it up, and look what I did. I made millions. That's it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't doing that. I made my mama happy. You know what I'm saying? I felt like Biggie. My mama smiled when she see me pop up in the sauce. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I could really say that. You know what I mean? Like it's you know what I mean? So it's not to say I'm gonna try to put no boxing story on nobody. No, I'm not gonna do that. But I'm gonna tell you my story and tell you where I came from and what I did and how I made it out. So maybe you'll catch something from that and go, you know what? Boom. All right, I'm gonna go do this and do that and get this and get that. I'm gonna be a rapper. I'm gonna be a doctor, an astronaut. I'm gonna be whatever I'm gonna be because I heard how Zab said he did it. He had the same opportunities I had. He was in the same positions I had. He had the same amount of clothes and food like I had, but he wasn't embarrassed. He wasn't afraid. He wasn't scared. See, a lot of these kids that's in their poverty struggle in situations, they shy, they scared, they timid. You know what I'm saying? They do what they have to do. You have to go to school. You have to do. And what they don't have to do, they're not doing it. Why? Because they don't feel comfortable. They don't feel like I don't have the right gear or the right flyness to go to the fair where everybody else at. I can't get the coolest girl right now. Why? I ain't got the gear or the situation, the attire it takes to get the coolest girl. I want her. I like her. She's pretty, but I can't get her. So I'm not going over there. I go over there with these shoes on, they're going to laugh at me. I'm not going. So a lot of these kids got that. They got that going on. So their confidence is shot. We all know what it's like to see a kid with a shot confidence. You can fucking run circles around. You can have them do anything. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I'm just saying it because these are my thoughts. These things that I'm going through, and the so-called big homies and guys that made it, and even like myself, bro, I'm not from here. I'm starting a program right now here in California. I'm from across the other side. Which, if you go back and check my track record in my city, I did the same thing. Set up all kind of programs. Went back to the hood, always in the hood, talking to the kids, chopping it up with them, letting them see me, touch me, be around me, let them know it's real. It's real, bro. A lot of they favorites that they like, they're not touchable. They're not tangible. They're not reachable. You know what I'm saying? They can't go see that, but you can see Zab. And Zab is tangible, touchable, and Zab made it. Zab made it. Zab's still making it. Zab's still doing things. I'm still shocking myself. I'm still making myself and my family and my mother happy. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? My wife is my partner. She's my everything. She's, you know what I'm saying? She's right there with me, fighting back to back. You know what I'm saying? They know. They see Zab, they see Didi. They see Didi, they see Zab. They know it. We like a package couple. You know what I'm saying? But we doing it together. You know what I'm saying? And I would never tell nobody that I could do this by myself. I can't. I need her and she need me. We need each other. And we got each other, and we're going to go along and conquer everything. You know what I mean? So,
that's inspiring, man. That's very inspiring, man. Like, you know, a guy who came so far from Brownsville, you know, champion of the world, ups and downs, things like that, and putting together, you know, so many foundations and things for the youth, and to come with a message like that, that's the type of message that could change lives right there, you know. Touching on what you was just talking about, you know, being married, you have two sons, or you know, two sons, you know.
No, I have 3 sons.
Three sons?
Actually, happy birthday to little Zab tomorrow.
Hey,
yeah, February 17th.
okay.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, little Zab.
He be 13.
Okay.
He's a teenager now.
That's what's up. That's what's up. A day before mine, I'm the 18th.
Oh, that's what's up.
Aquarius life, little Zab.
Yep.
That's what's up. That was up. So how is family life for you like right now? You know, with wife and kids and everything like that.
Oh, family life is beautiful. Moved to California. I came here during COVID, so when I came here during it was closed up, so I didn't really see nothing. I was like, this place is garbage. I don't like this place. Only thing I love was the weather. The weather, oh my God, you guys, winters are beautiful. I come from winter is winter, brother. Winter, you put a coat on, a real coat, a real hat, with gloves, scarves, and long johns and everything. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Here, this is beautiful. Like I must say, and I'm happy about it. I tell all my friends, I don't even own a coat. In California, I don't even wear a coat. Like, you know what I'm saying? I only got a coat for when I go to the East Coast. That's it. Yeah. You know what I mean? So that's bragging rights from where I come from.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up, man. You know, Zab, it's a lot going on right now. You know, when it comes down to the disconnect of young men and young women when they have to do relationships and things like that. And I don't know if you and your wife was with each other day one before you got to where you're at now and things like that. But what would you recommend to the young men out there who don't necessarily have a strong foundation yet in their life, but may feel like they want to take that step in a relationship, but you know, ain't in that place to do that, you know, but they want to get to that place that you're at. You know, one day they can have success, you know, have wife, kids and things like that, but don't have the necessary foundation yet. What would you recommend to those men out there that want that but don't have that yet?
Run. Stay away from the girl. Stay away, ladies. Stay away from the guys. I don't care what it look like, what you think you might like and love and want. Go build your foundation and then come back to the relationship. Trust me.
What do that say up there? Zab, build your foundation.
That's right. Build your foundation.
No finance, no romance.
No finance, no romance.
Tell them, Zab.
No, listen. I mean, and it's not. You don't even want to get into a relationship or taking on somebody else's problems when you got a shitload of problems. It's not fun. It's not fun trying to figure out all the problems. It's not. Go build and find the foundation. Get yourself a little bit, a nice comfortable pillow to lay on, and then bring somebody else in the house and lay. Don't bring nobody in the house and you ain't got no pillow. You know what I'm talking about, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Don't stop bringing people in the house and you ain't got no pillow, you ain't got no bed, and you know what I'm saying? Stop it. You can't do that. Because you're only gonna tear it down. It's not gonna last. You're gonna make good people bitter. You know what I'm saying? Try now. Start now, guys. Start now.
Yeah.
Practice good things.
Man.
Yep.
That's what I'm talking about, Zab. I always tell the young man out there, you got to be the leader. And if you're not in a position or place to be a leader, then you should not be out there seeking.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. The man who seeketh a wife findeth a wife, right? Mm-hmm. So at the end of the day, you shouldn't be out there looking for something that you're not ready for. You got to be ready to be in that position. You know what I'm saying? So I'm with you all the way on that one, and I'm glad you tell all of the young men out there.
I'm gonna tell them like like they tell us in the hood. Yeah, and pick up nothing you can't pay for. Now, young guys, don't let that go over your head. You know what I mean?
Real talk.
Say it again. Don't pick up nothing you can't pay for. You heard me? That's it.
Get yourself right. That's right, Zab. That's right. So all the ups and downs you've been through, Zab, you still strong too, man. Here, strong, doing what you got to do. I have a beautiful family, living, a Christian, happy lifestyle. What do you recommend to the men out there who are young and feel like their life is going in the wrong direction, struggling, and have no idea what to do next? They going through struggles and ups and downs. They don't know how to face it. What do you recommend to those men?
Stop where you at right now. Drop to your knees and pray to God. Talk to him. He hear you. He wants you. That's what he wants. You know what I'm saying? You got to get broken down before you can get built up. Remember that. In the spiritual world we live in, where we come from, you got to be broken down, because the building that you are right now is not the building you're going to be once you get God into your life. Trust me. What you like right now, you won't like tomorrow. It's real, y'all. I ain't gonna do no cap with it. You know what I mean? Kid that came from, a poverty-stricken environment, the hood, ghetto, whatever you want to say. I seen it all. I got all kind of friends. But that walk with God, different. It's different, brother. It's different. It's beautiful. It's welcoming. It's pleasing. It's something you want to do. You're going to run from it, but you gotta and want to do this. I listen to me, guys. You're going to run from it, but you gotta and you want to do. You have to create some type of foundation and structure with the Lord. So every young man there right now, man, you have to create some type of personal structure with you and the Lord, not with you and your family, or you and your family go to church together, or you. It can't be that. It has to be you in the Lord. And your private time, you got to talk to the Lord, bro. And you got to get right, especially you're going through bad times and bad things. And you know why you could be going through some of that stuff? Because the Lord could be trying to talk to you. But you could be rejecting him so bad that, you know what I'm saying? He looking at you like, man, I'm trying to get you, Zab, so I locked you up. I did this to you. I made you crash your car. I made you run into a ditch. Because I will hope that you'll stop and say, Lord, help me. Yes. But you never did it. You kept just doing fuckery after fuckery after. You know what I'm saying? You kept doing negative after negative after negative. You know what I'm saying? But, when you with the Lord, bro, you got to move different. And I had to learn that, bro. You're not sitting here talking to no saint. I don't claim to be no saint. I don't act like no saint. I want to walk. I want to walk. I had to find out who the Lord was on different times. Yeah, you know how they say they out here in the street and we on demon time? Yeah, I was on demon time too. But the Lord woke me up, brother. He said, what are you doing? Who are you? What are you doing? That's not who you are. That's not what you're going to do. This is what you're going to do. And when it's your time to take that walk, you'll understand exactly what Zab was talking about. I'm telling you, people that took the walk before, right now, they're not in their head like, yep, I know exactly what he's talking about. I know exactly that walk is different, brother. You're going to change everything. You're going to change the way you're thinking right now. You ain't going to think like that. You ain't going to think like that. What you want right now, you ain't going to want that no more. What you looking at, what you lust for, man, you're going to learn so much. You're going to learn so much rules and things about the Lord. It's going to scare you. You're going to be like, what? How was I walking around here? How? Then you're going to learn how merciful the Lord is, brother. The God that we serve, that we walk around and talk with every day, we don't even know how merciful he is. Now, you like when he opened you up to show you who you are in this world, you're going to go, that's just me. And this whole, and that's just, wow. I'm nothing. I'm not, it's billions of me. Billion. God got a billion Zabs. It's crazy, right? It's crazy.
That's deep. That's deep. You know, Zab, I tell people all the time, growing up and having a grandfather that was a pastor, I was one of those who was running away from it because I was scared. Yeah. I was scared to, turn my life over to God and have that type of relationship because I didn't want to change my life. And, I wanted to, go out there and do what I wanted to do. Like you say, be on demon time and things like that, right? Till, of course, I hit that type of a rock bottom that a lot of people hit when they kind of shake themselves out of a situation and then turn to God, And it's been 7 years now that has changed my life. And I tell people it's the best thing I've ever done in my life. And my life changed year after year, better. You know what I'm saying? And just having that relationship is like something like no other. So everything that you're saying right now, I'm just smiling and like, yeah, Zab been through it. Zab was in that place.
Need no bodyguards, no security. I got the biggest bodyguard of them all. I roll with the boss, the biggest boss.
That's what's up, Zab.
You know what I mean? Straight up. Yeah. When you're a good person and you have good energy and you have good intentions, he puts a cloud over you that protects you. If you don't need none of that. But when you got the BS with you and all that, you ain't gonna be able to go nowhere, brother. You're gonna have to have somebody else to hold you back down. You know what I mean?
That's real.
Word, that's real. Real like that.
Amen to that. Future preacher right here, Zab.
Oh, man.
Future preacher.
Everybody say that, And you know what? And I always feel like calling on my life, but I always told the Lord, I said, Lord, that's not for me. I don't want to be the guy that stands in front of a pulpit and talk to people. That's not me. I want to be the one in the field. Send me to the field with the heathens. Mm-hmm. Send me out there in the wolves with the heathens. Teach me, make me strong, and then send me out there with them. Mm-hmm. Let me bring them in. That's how I want to feel like. You know what I'm saying? I want to go out there and get the people that nobody want to go out there and get. The one day turn their back and be like, oh, he's no, yo, come here, my brother. Let me talk to you. Let me talk to you. Let me show you something, man. I know what you need. Like when we out there doing the negative, it's gonna sound crazy, but you might understand. I think people that are out there that's on the demon time, they have a testimony. Don't be the one the more bad a person I see that's out there, he out there and he crazy, that's the one you want to talk to. You want to talk to that one because that's the one right there. He gonna be the biggest one in the church. He gonna be the biggest one. He gonna make the biggest impact. Why? Because of what he's going through and who he is and what he represents. Yeah. He's gonna be the biggest. Yeah. He got the biggest testimony. Mm-hmm. He's seen the most stuff. He's been through the most things. He's been places where the rest of y'all ain't seen and been through yet. So he can tell you, don't go around that corner right there. You go around that corner. Brother, the devil is sitting right there waiting for you in the chair. He waiting for you. You know what I'm saying? But the person that's never walked that walk, he came to me. And that's why I say when you see them out there like that, and then they on that, them the ones. Look at them like you. Don't look at them like scary, like, oh, I'm scared. No, like, brother, come talk to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Testimony in their waiting.
Testimony in their waiting, man. Like, man, you just, it's the biggest, man. You use the guy that we got to bring to the table. Use the one that the having gates gonna open up and be like, everybody, yeah. You know what I'm saying? The having gates open up song gonna scream loud. Like, wow, look what just happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm pretty sure when I crossed over and I finally made up my mind, I'm pretty sure they was like, whoa. I'm pretty sure it was a big thing, because you know, and when you out there sometimes, there's people out there that's on that demon time that don't want to be on that demon. But they're on that demon time because of situations and circumstances and where they at in life. And that's why for some of us that God gives the power to be able to pull ourselves out of that pit and out of that hole, we got to take those same resources and finances and things like that, and whatever it should be. It might not even take finance, because everything ain't finance. Some brothers you need to go pick up, throw them in the car with you and take a ride with them and talk to them. That's all they missing. That's all they missing. Give them a little bit of game and give them a door to go through, and they out of it. They gone, brother. They was ready. A lot of them is ready out here. They just don't know what door to go through. It's just like sitting here. You see doors. You say you're going, which door? I don't know. I'm just gonna sit here until I figure it out. A lot of them is doing that. You go to the hood, they just yo, what you doing, man? Chilling, trying to figure it out. That's crazy, right? Like, it's real talk. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, man, me doing my part. I'm not saying anything I'm doing is gonna change the world. It ain't gonna. You know what I'm saying? It might not. But what I want to do is just change the mind of somebody. Change the mind of somebody. For somebody to look and go, yo, look at Zab, yo. Zab is from where we from, or did what we did. But look what he did. If he did it, why I can't do it? What makes Zab different from me? He got 2 arms, 2 legs, a head, a nose, 2 eyes, teeth, just like me. A heart. Ain't nothing different from Zab to me. I gotta just put it in my mind. I gotta train my mind like how I hear how Zab trains his mind. But that's all life is about, bro. It's about us changing our mind, changing our focal, putting the energy in the right situation. And once we do that, man, sky's the limit. On all of us, bro. Every last one of us, man. The one that's sitting, even the one that's in places right now, they might got a judge might have told you got 100. You might be hearing me right now. A judge might have told you you got life. You got 34 life sentences. You never gonna be outside of. That's not true. You have a relationship with a big homie. See, when you have a relationship with them, y'all get so cool that you come up with names like, yo, that's me. I call that's the big homie. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how you know you made it. You made your relationship, because I could talk to God like me and God talk. This is how I talk to one of my homies. Like, it's no disrespect, but it you know what I'm saying? I don't mean no, none of that. But I can talk to him like how I talk, and he understands me. You know what I'm saying? So when you get to that point, to that plateau where you're able to think and feel like that, you know you there, bro. You gotta be there to be your big homie. I need your help right now. That's not disrespect. Because you have the relationship. He understands you. You understand him. He hear you. You hear him. It's people out here that God talks to them every day and they can't hear God. And they talk to God and God don't hear them because of how you moving. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, man, this world, man, it's crazy, man. But I'm pretty sure you didn't expect to get this Zab Judah. I'm pretty sure anybody that's listening, nobody thought that they would hear this side of Zab Judah, or know that this side is even in you. You know what I'm saying? It is. It's in all of us. It takes for situations makes character, brother. Okay, when you go through some things, you learn some things. and you be ready for some things. I'm telling you that's real deal, man. When you go through some things, you're ready for some things. That's real deal.
Man. Man,
Word.
Zab, man. That's beautiful, man. I just love everything that you said, and I think that that's going to affect so many people, you know, straight up, man. So just seeing this side of you, Zab, man, it done a lot for me, just seeing that side of you alone, man. So, you know, I appreciate you being open, you know, and talking about your faith and just talking about your relationship with God and everything like that. So appreciate that. You know, so last words that for all the people out there who are looking at you and saying, you know what, I want to be like Zab Judah one day. What do you say to those young kids out there who looking at you and saying that right now?
Yeah, you could be like Zab Judah, but just be like the good Zab. Pick the good parts of Zab and pick it up. You want to be like the fighter Zab Judah? That's good. You wanna emulate and mimic, you know what I'm saying, my some of my life moves. Make sure it's the good ones. You know what I'm saying? Don't look at something and think you know what you think it is. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah. That's what's up, Zab. So let the people know what you got coming up next, or where they can find you to keep up with what you got going on. Let the people know that.
Celebrity Championship Boxing, the Celebrity Champion this Sunday night. This Sunday brunch evening, 2:00 from 2 to 5. We will be at 4901 Topanga Canyon Boulevard. That is the Celebrity Championship Boxing Gym. That is the grand opening. June the 23rd, we will be having a Celebrity Championship Boxing event where we have street fighters and fighters, amateur boxing fighters fight. And we have a hellified main event, a celebrity match. These are big celebrities that's going to fight in the main event. So you guys need to stay tuned and stay locked to that. And to stay locked on that, you can go to celebritychampionshipboxing.com. So that's celebritychampionshipboxing.com. And that's to find out what the latest and the greatest on the fights. You got the ccbgyms.com. That's to keep up with all where the boxing gym is going to be located and everything like that. To keep up with Zab Judah, you can go to Instagram and follow me at Zab Judah. You can follow me on Twitter at Super Judah. I'm just around, man. I'm around, man. Tap into me, man. Tap into me. I got the same phone number. I had the same phone number for almost going on about 18 years now.
Wow. Dope.
So my number, everybody got it. Chop it up. Don't call me for no stupid stuff, but you're going to call me and it's about some real stuff. Holla at your boy, man. Let's make it happen, man.
Yeah. And you will also be able to find those links to everything Zab just said in the description box. So if you're trying to check it out, go on and check it out. And hey, connect with your boy Zab. You know, appreciate you, brother, for coming through, man. All love, man.
Word up.
All right. Thank you for tuning in to Nothin to Somethin. It's your boy Paul P. I love you all. Deuces.
I gave up and stopped believing. The world around me started crashing. I didn't see me living.